Love like this. There it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. What a game we have got in store for you tonight. Trust me, West Ham United versus AZ Alkmaar. Massive game. I can't stress enough how big tonight's game is. Obviously, I'm doing a little show now, and obviously, be interested to see if anyone comes on, as they say, and what they think's going to happen tonight. I'm quite confident tonight. I really am. I really am. And I do believe that sort of West Ham will go through this team, no problem whatsoever tonight. I was this confident before when West Ham played Lyon, and I'm this confident again as I just sort this camera out. Hold on. Yeah, like that. Here we go. For me, listen, I think West Ham are going to do a demolition job on this team tonight. I really do. Do I think this team are going to score? Maybe. But I don't know why. I've got a really strong feeling that West Ham will turn up and put in a performance that we all want to see. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the lads done the preview last night. It's a good preview last night. We've had some banter this afternoon with Alfie and everything. It is what it is. But I'm going to say this. Yeah, people are very nervous tonight, and I'm not. I just feel West Ham are going to be on this tonight. I think they know what to expect from last season. I think last season they treated the game like a party, really, if I'm being honest. And last season it was all like smoke, mirrors, parties, everything. But I'm going to be real. They took their eye off the ball. I don't think they're going to take their eye off the ball tonight. I really don't. I think that they're going to turn up. I think they know what they've got to do. And West Ham could win this game, like this tie, tonight. I really do believe it. How do I see the team that he's going to pick? Now, I see something earlier on Twitter, which was baffling, really. Kurt Zuma put up a sort of tweet, and it basically come out and basically said that, like, even like showing himself in all the West Ham gear would not surprise me tonight if he starts. It really wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? If he's back and he starts tonight, I personally do think we win. I really do. So I'm going to get to the chat. Obviously, the link is in the chat. So if you want to come on, have your say for a couple of minutes, you're more than welcome to. Right, let's get started at the top as I always do. Steve reckons 3-1 to us. Not a bad chat, Steve, but I don't know. I just don't see us conceding tonight. I'll be quite shocked if we concede tonight. But we do start slow in certain games. I will say this. If Rice plays like Rice, we win. World-class players decide these games. Totally agree. Totally agree with Ethan on that one. The man of the moment, West Ham Online, is in the house. West Ham Online, how are you doing, my son? We do like a bit of banter on E20, I must admit. We lost a subscriber earlier, but, you know, sad times. Really looking forward to the match tonight. So am I, mate. So am I. I do believe in this fucking team, and I know saying I think they're going to perform tonight. I'm not that nervous. Even if we lose 1-0, their ground isn't a fortress. Over 2 legs, I expect us to win. Jazz is believing tonight. All I want is us to go out and win tonight because we'll win the cup. Yeah. One thing I will say before I carry on with the comments is I want West Ham to be sort of proactive rather than reactive. I want West Ham to go, you know what, we're at home, let's go through this team. Now, I've done a space late last night, spoke to a few people in the space who I respect, and a lot of people are saying that West Ham without the ball are a better side than West Ham with the ball. When West Ham have got the ball and they've got to try and break a team down, they just struggle. Now, for me, I'd like to see West Ham literally dominate this team tonight. West Ham can get this done tonight, and I do believe they will do it. I don't think they're going to take any risks in Alkmaar next week. I really don't. I look at them, I look at the team, and I think this is our strongest team on paper that we've got. If Zuma's back and he starts, like whether he's fit or not, that is our strongest team to note. I mean, Tilo, right back, left back's an interesting one. Do you go with Cresswell? He's last season. There's 2 ways looking at it with Cresswell. He's either going to turn up and have an absolute stormer, or he turns up and has an absolute nightmare. So it's a toss of a coin with that one. And then obviously the front three picks itself in Ben Rama, Bowen and Antonio. And the 3-man midfield picks itself in Paqueta, Souček and Rice. Someone said to me last night, I think it was Jazz who said it last night, that is this the game really for Souček when West Ham are going to have more of the ball? You're going to need some more technical players. I don't know. For me, I'll just stick him in there against Manchester United. I thought he was brilliant. I really did. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. James, I've got to watch the ref. He's card happy, loves giving out reds. That's the problem tonight. Anyone's having a bet tonight? That's why I've done this sort of show. I honestly believe there's going to be some cards in this game tonight. I really, really do. I believe that that referee is very, very card happy, and he just any silly fouls he's going to give away. He's going to give yellow cards. For me tonight, I think the bet of the night is Tilo to get booked. Anyone who's on Tilo Carer to get booked tonight, get on it. I think he's an absolute walking yellow card. And also Cresswell. So this Cresswell goes back to Cresswell of old. It's a yellow card, I'm afraid. And yeah, I do think he could be one of them who could do that. I love your optimism. I'm not saying I ain't optimistic, but I've got butterflies 3-1. John, listen, don't get me wrong, I'm nervous, mate. Trust me, I woke up this morning, I was like, this is the one. This is the one for West Ham. Like, West Ham are going to turn up. This is the one where every West Ham fan, including myself, we need to turn this one. This is the moment. This is the biggest game of the season. They're all fit. We're not going down. And it's there. Do you know what I mean? We just got to take it now. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, good teams take this opportunity, and we will see tonight if West Ham is really a good team or they're just a few pretenders in this team. But for me, I think West Ham will do a demolition job tonight. I really do. I called it last year when I said about Lyon away. I said I fancy West Ham against Lyon away, yeah, all day long, and I fancy us tonight. Do you know what I mean? Against Alkmaar away next week, I'm a bit nervous on that one because if this game ends up say 1-0, they are very good at home, like extremely good at home. They seem to turn up at home more than away from home. So if West Ham are going to go through this team, they have to go through them tonight when half their players or half their decent players ain't there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But you know, we move. I hate if we go 1 or 2 up and start defending. It all depends when we go 1 or 2-0 up, mate. If I'm being honest, when we go 2-0 up on the 80th minute, sit there and defend it out, I'm happy with that. If we go 1-0 up, the problem is how are we going to set up in Alkmaar? That's the real question. Like I think if we go 2-0 up, West Ham have a cushion to go over there and go, come on, then we can have a go here. If we go 1-0 up, then I could see us West Ham going there trying to defend a 1-0 lead, which could be problems for us. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously tonight, I just want them to be free. Like take the reins off and just play the game, yeah, and not the occasion. If West Ham play the game and not the occasion, West Ham win this game hands down. Yeah, I looked at the betting prices earlier, 1-2 West Ham to win. But the best bet for me tonight, anyone who follows any of my betting stuff, is West Ham to score 2 goals at 8-11. I think West Ham score a couple of goals tonight. I really do. I think they know what it means to the fans. They know that we are crying out for joy at West Ham. And people say 2 semi-finals is a achievement. No one remembers semi-finalists. They always remember the finalists. And West Ham can do this. I really do believe that. I backed West Ham a long time ago to win this Conference League. I said, my words were, if West Ham are safe by the time they get to Alkmaar, West Ham will win this competition. And I do believe West Ham win this competition. I really do. I've got such a strong opinion on it. Yeah. And I think tonight will be the night where you will see about West Ham, in my opinion. So we will see on that. Brian has, if we score first, I fancy a 3-0 win. I agree. If we score fast and early, I can see us going through this team. I really can, because they will have to come out and then we can attack. Do you know what I'm saying? I say evening to all the time of the day. Yeah, that's WestHamOnline. What do you think of AZ Alkmaar's manager's comments that he knows the secret of beating us? Good question, mate, Ultra. I don't know, mate, really. That's news to me. If he knows the secret of beating us, then I'd like to hear it. But I don't worry about them. I worry about us. The only way West Ham sod this up tonight is if they self-implode. Yeah, if West Ham do stupid things, it would not surprise me if they're going to try and do balls over the top and try and target our fullbacks. Yeah, Tilo and Cresswell. All right, if that's the way that they're going to do it, they're probably going to do like 2-on-1 on them sort of wing back areas. Yeah, that's our weakness. If Aguerd and Zuma play, our centre half pairing is pretty decent in this competition, and midfield is the best in the competition, and their attack line is hit and miss. They're either very good or they're not. Do you know what I'm saying? So I look at it and think our left back and right back have to turn up tonight. Simple as that. If they turn up, we're good. If they don't turn up, then we're going to have problems. Do you know what I'm saying? West Ham Online, a contributor to this channel and also a Paqueta lover. Paqueta and Antonio to score tonight. Bet on it. We will West Ham Online, but your bets never come off. My only worry is that Moyes will be too stubborn and not make subs. If it isn't working just because it worked against Manchester United. The only problem is with Manchester United is that it was working and he was doing all right at the time. I had no problems with what he'd done on Sunday. I really didn't. I believe that that's the best performance West Ham's put in. That's the best performance from Moyes for 90 minutes. Like, Moyes didn't change it. He didn't panic. He waited and he got the subs bang on at the right times. Do you know what I'm saying? I can see West Ham doing a similar thing to how it was with Ghent. The only problem is with West Ham, sometimes they start slow in games and it becomes a problem. Yeah, it becomes a problem for us, yeah. We started a bit slow against Ghent in the home leg and then we sort of turned it on the second half and that was it. Do you know what I mean? I believe we're going to have to turn it on tonight. And I want us to turn it on from the start. Do you know what I'm saying? So, we will see. We have to bully this team and make them panic and a little and make mistakes. Yeah, I agree, mate. I really agree with Allison on that. Mind games from AZ. Yeah, he's trying to do something, isn't he? Usual suspects, isn't he? Let's be real. Let's be honest here. As if we was neutrals and we was looking at this game, and I'll look at it from a betting aspect, AZ are looking at a draw here. Yeah, they're not looking to try and win it at West Ham. They're trying to think, right, this is a decent side. They've won 11 of the 12 games that they've played in this competition. If we get a draw there, take them back to Holland, they're happy with that. Yeah, that's where West Ham have to really go up another level. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we want to go over to AZ with a lead. We could go over there with such a good lead if we sort ourselves out tonight. If we play how we played against Manchester United, we win this game. It's as simple as that. It really is. If we go 1-0 up and we have to keep... if we go 1-0 up and we have to keep pressing for more, missed opportunities at home against Frankfurt last season ultimately cost us in the away leg. If we go 1-0 up and it comes to the sort of 75th minute and we're sitting there and we're going, right, we're 1-0 up, let's not give this away. Yeah, I will take a 1-0. Yeah, we have to take some sort of lead over to Holland, in my opinion. Yeah, really do. But I don't think it will be 1-0. I think West Ham will. I've got such a strong feeling tonight that they're just going to turn up. They know what it means. And the one thing I will say, they haven't got to worry about Premier League now. Now, if you'd have asked me this 2-3 weeks ago, and this game was 2-3 weeks ago, I would have said, not a chance. West Ham will try and grind this out. Yeah, I don't believe so. I think they're going to let the reins off tonight and they're going to say, right, you've got Lucas Paqueta in his team. You've got Aguerd in his team. Benny, Bowen, Antonio, go and express yourselves, lads. Like, I only got to say about Declan Rice because Declan Rice is a world-class player and he will turn up. It's whether or not the other lads turn up with him. That's the problem. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, let's get down here. Let's have a look. We have to be clinical in front of goal tonight. I agree on that. Totally. I really, really do. One thing I do want to see tonight is shots on their goal. Like Matt Ryan in goal for them. For me, he was a nightmare against when we played Brighton. Let's be real. Every time he played for Brighton, we never used to beat Brighton ever. But I want him to have shots tonight and lots of them. I want their defence to be sort of hurried and pressured and everything. And if that is the case, it will happen. It will happen. I'm not nervous in the slightest. Do you know what I'm saying? I really am not. Maybe when the game is about to kick off, I'll be like, "Whoa, this is it. This is the moment." But at present, I'm not nervous. I just believe that this team will sort it out. You know what I mean? And they have been doing the business in Europe. I will say that. So you've got to give them some credit. Usual suspect with the odds: 4-7 West Ham, 4-1 AZ Alkmaar with the bookies. Yeah, West Ham ain't worth 4-7, mate. But I know something. If you can get West Ham to win over to 1.5 goals or over 2.5 goals, that is the move for you, mate. I really, really do believe that. Hit the like button, peeps. Thank you very much. Not to write off AZ, but I'm hoping for us to put the game to bed tonight with a 3 or 4-0 win. We are due that sort of a performance on someone. I agree with Joe. I think West Ham will look at this like it is a final, and they will attack this game. And let's be honest here: if the game, like, if it doesn't work out for West Ham tonight, there is also next week. But I think West Ham will lose this game like a free hit and go, right, let's go now. Let's go. Right, this is the moment. Yeah. And if we do go 2-0 up, I want West Ham to be foot to the floor. Yeah, because we want to see another goal going in, right, and try and kill this game stone dead. This team are without 2 or 3 of their best players. Yeah, for suspension. So for me, this is the ideal moment for West Ham to go, right, this is your time to shine now. Yeah. You do not want to sort of have us on sort of tender hooks next week with a 2-1 or a 1-0. Yeah. First thing, we need to keep a clean sheet tonight. Second thing, we need to win the game. So whatever of them 2 things happen, then great. Do you know what I'm saying? Antonio and Cresswell will either put in a 0 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. They will be crucial. Yeah, I agree. Antonio tonight is the man who, I'll be real, Antonio's changed over the last few weeks. He's like a man reborn. Do you know what I mean? It all started with the Arsenal game. I thought he was excellent against Arsenal, and he sort of carried it on in certain other games. Against Manchester United the other day, I thought he was excellent. I really did, Mikel Antonio. Listen, I don't praise him up all the time, and sometimes I look at him and he gets a lot of stick, and rightfully so. But for me, if he turns up tonight with the front three, and also he's a big game for Ben Rama tonight also, but I will get on to him shortly. But Antonio, for me, if he turns up, he sorts this defence right out. Do you know what I'm saying? On his own. If we play like we did versus United, we should 100% win by 2 or 3 goals. I agree. Davis. I'm nervous about Cresswell. I still think we play better with Emerson. Emerson is the more attack-minded player, but Cresswell is the more sort of, how can I put it? You do need some experience at the back there. Do you know what I'm saying? One thing I will say, Emerson going forward, I think, is better than Cresswell. Yeah, I think Cresswell's got the better cross, but defensively, they are both a bit iffy. Do you know what I'm saying? From what I've obviously seen on here right now with AZ saying about their manager, yeah, and with the comments about they know how to beat West Ham, he is probably going to be down the sides because they won't go through the middle of us. Let's be real. They ain't going to go for our midfield because we've got arguably the best midfield in the competition. Are they going to go for the centre of us? I don't think so. Aguerd on the ground. I've called it a long time. He's very, very good. I keep saying it over and over again. No one listens. In the air, little bit suspect. Yeah, but I thought against Manchester United in the air, he was all right. I really did. So the only way I can see AZ having any joy is down the flanks. Yeah. If Ben Rama and Bowen are on it tonight, they have to turn up, both of them, and be defensively aware. Ben Rama at the weekend against Manchester United, I thought was excellent defensively. I really did. I thought he tracked back, he got stuck in. The goal was a fluky goal, but we'll take it as West Ham fans. And if we score 2 of them goals tonight, we ain't going to care. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, both our left back and right back have to turn up tonight. Yeah, so that's Tilo and Cresswell. And both our sort of attackers in Bowen and Ben Rama have to turn up also. Big game for Ben Rama tonight. Do you know what I mean? I want him to shine tonight, yeah? And also a big game for Bowen, yeah? Because I think Bowen, he's due a goal. He's due a goal, Bowen. And I think if he can score a goal tonight, then that will elevate us massively. It really will. Apparently, the average age of their team is 23. Yes, it is. They've got a very, very young team. But that also benefits us also because they might be a young team, but have they got the experience of like high-profile games? When you look at West Ham right now, you got Nayef Aguerd, semi-finalist with Morocco, Declan Rice, finalist, Euro finalist. You got Lucas Paqueta, who's a Brazilian international who's been there and done it at high stages. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got some good players in our ranks. You know what I mean? Obviously, Zuma's been there, Emerson's been there. We even Tilo to a point. Yeah, so we've got some good players and experience will be key tonight, right? As long as we don't lose tonight, I think we'll be all right. I really do. I read that Alkmaar used brain first tests to identify the best young talent. Their youth team won the UEFA Youth League. They sound like the Dutch version of Brighton. Yeah, something I don't play like back in Brighton tonight. Let's get that right. Got to get ready for tonight. Be lucky, guys. Oh, and girls. All the best, John. Hope you're well, mate. I'm not getting too high or too low. It's just the first leg. The second leg is the business, the real business. I agree, but I do think tonight is massive, mate. I do think tonight is massive. Like, can I see West Ham turning it around if they go 1-0 down tonight? Yeah, at home. West Ham can't afford to lose the game tonight, though. That's one thing I will say. I just don't see it. Jason says, just come across some AZ fans in Canning Town. Great bunch. Great achievement for them to get this far, but I fancy us tonight. I'm going 3-0. I agree with Jason, mate. 100%. 3-0 is on the cards. Get your money on 3-0. Someone tell me the odds on 3-0 tonight. Will we ever see Cornet get another chance? If he's not 17 million wasted, then he could have moved in the summer. Yeah, I agree. We can't afford just to sit back and try and nick a goal. We need to go all out tonight in attack. Ultra, I agree with you, mate. 100%. That's what I believe tonight. You got to put it out up them. That's it. Make them make mistakes and lose their tempers. Yeah, I agree. What else have we got? Antonio needs a full beast mode switch on tonight. I agree on that. Let's get down here. We got Irons. Let's go. Paqueta to get man of the match tonight. Yeah. WestHamOnline's back. You know what I mean? Get yourself on here, WestHamOnline. I just pray that Moyes doesn't go with the cautious approach. The game is there for the taking. That's the only thing I will say. A lot of fans that I spoke to last night on the space I've done, they are worried about Moyes tonight to a point. Yeah. A few of them have turned and said, I don't worry about the players. I worry about Moyes' sort of attitude tonight. Yeah. Is he going to set up in a way to say, right, don't keep your heads in the first sort of 10, 20 minutes and then try and nick the game 1 or 2-0. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, I think West Ham just need to go all out tonight. Yeah, I ain't going to say gung-ho. It's a bit wrong choice of word. But I think West Ham needs to go and say, right, you're at the LS now. We're a different beast at the LS. Do you know what I'm saying? Than we are away from home. Like, at home, I think we're a pretty decent side this year, especially in Europe. So I want West Ham to silence their crowd because their crowd's going to be boisterous and do the job, mate, really, if I'm being honest. Please, noise, no, not 2 goalkeepers on the bench tonight. Yeah. Apparently, the referee for tonight is a red card specialist. He has given 8 red cards in the last 23 games. Yeah, I did mention it earlier. Anyone who's having a bet tonight, get on the cards, mate, because he will give cards tonight. So basically, anyone who you see in West Ham's team who's a walking yellow card, now I can name about 4 straight away. Zuma's 1, Tilo's 1, Cresswell's 1, and who's the other one? Who's the other one who thinking? I'll say Paqueta's another one. Who likes to give away a foul from time to time. I don't think Deck really is a yellow card specialist, but you know, get on that 4-fold. I'll say that. I'll leave it unchanged from the United. Momentum is so key in football. I agree with you. Fresh fielder. It'd be tight. I hope we. Yeah. Let's get down the bottom here. Were you playing golf today? No, I wasn't, mate. No, I wasn't. You know what I mean? This is my clobber, FTJ or whatever it is. Long balls are fullbacks is the way that they will go. Yeah, I agree with you on there. Get all these from there, go a couple of goals and take it over there. Come on, you. Bowen with a brace. Oh, not a bad shirt. Do you know what I mean? Be interesting to see what the odds on that is. Right. Before I carry on, obviously, set piece is going to be massive tonight. From what I've heard and what I've seen on sort of social media, is this team are very weak at set pieces. Look at if Zuma's back tonight, then we've got hopefully we're going to attack them at set pieces. West Ham recently at set pieces have been all right. I would say that like certain moments West Ham have scored goals. Like this season has been poor for us set pieces, but over recent games we've been pretty good. Bournemouth, we scored a goal from a set piece. Or if not 2 goals from a set piece against Bournemouth. And obviously tonight, we're going to have to be on it tonight with the set pieces. That's why Cresswell is key tonight for the delivery. But, you know, his defensive work is not all that. Unfortunately, I'm working again while the game is on. Hopefully, I'll be back for the last 20 minutes. Well, that's right, mate. Already miles further than in the competition than Spurs got. But thanks. Yeah. Just think, right? This is a question to everyone. Just think, if we win a trophy, Mikel Antonio has won more trophies than Harry Kane. And I see something on Twitter the other day, people knocking Mikel Antonio. It was quite funny at the time. James, nights like these is why I will always love West Ham. Let's fucking smash these and keep these European nights alive. Come on, you fucking Irons. I agree, mate. I really, really do. This is the moment where you know where you're at as a club. And for me, West Ham are at that moment. You know what I mean? There's no excuses tonight for West Ham not turning up and doing a job on this team. There is none. Like, if West Ham were still fighting relegation, I wouldn't be as confident before we can dream of this. But for West Ham to go from now to then and day, what we have done in the last sort of few games, obviously the Man United result is massive. It's obviously helped us out. But yeah, I strongly believe tonight. I really do. Really, really do, mate. Paddy Power. Oh, it ain't even working. What's going on? Let's get this. It's all going wrong tonight. What's going on? So yeah, I love why my internet is deciding to play up right now, but you know, we move. Right, let's get him on. Right, this is bad, mate. This is bad. Right, where are we? Let's get to this. The ref is card happy, so let's hope Cresswell's okay. Yeah. So is anyone going to come on? WestHamOnline, you're in the chat, but you don't ever want to come on. Do you know what I'm saying? I do think they'll be better than United were on the weekend. That's what we should all be preparing for. Give them the respect they deserve, but no more. I actually agree with you there, mate. Really, really do. Don't get me wrong. This team, I will say this to you, right? I used to back this team all the time when, like, obviously having a punt on a football bet on a Sunday afternoon. Every single time I backed this team, they decided to let me down. AZ really did all the time. So I might back them tonight, because I know for whether they definitely let me down. But what I've seen in this team, one good result, I will say, is the Lazio away. That's the one where I will say that Lazio away was a shock result for them, especially beating them in Lazio also. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. For me tonight, I look at it that certain man has to turn up. Certain manager, i.e. Mr. Moyes, has to turn up and be more proactive tonight. Like, don't be reactive. Don't sit there and wait for something to happen. If it isn't right and AZ are getting on top in this game, change it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's what you've got to do. And, you know, we can do this. Scott even says here, Dundee beat them. Yeah, Dundee beat them 1-0, and then they went back to Holland and lost 7. So it is a bit hit and miss, but, you know, we will see. So I'm going to say this before I wrap this up, because obviously no one's coming on, no one's about. My starting 11 is basically, I would say, the same 11 from Sunday, i.e. take out Fabianski, put Areola in. Big game for Areola tonight, I will say that, because Fab played pretty well the other day. I will say that. And for me tonight, Thilo's got to have another good game. He really has. He started to look better, I will say that, but there's always a mistake there with the lad. There is. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Cresswell, if he plays, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's got to turn up. I hope Cresswell uses last season's motivation for the red card that he got last season as inspiration tonight and puts in a really, really good performance. I just don't want to see any of the fan base like going at Cresswell tonight if he doesn't have a good performance. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, depending how bad it is, if he does have a bad performance tonight or he costs us a goal or something, he's going to get absolutely blitzed tonight. As simple as that. Fans don't forget anything. So, you know, he's got to turn up and he's got to perform to a level where we need him tonight. Do you know what I mean? All his set pieces have got to be decent. His crossing's got to be decent, and above all, his defending's got to be on point. If his defence is not on point, then for me, it could be a problem tonight. Obviously, like, at centre half, you've got to have a choice between Obama or Zuma. Now, I see people the other day turn around and saying about, would you play Zuma in this game? Now, I wouldn't play Zuma in this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if he started. Big game, isn't it? Let's be real. And what it is, it's you're playing tonight, you're resting for another week, and then you're playing against AZ. Do you know what I mean? Because you ain't going to need him against Brentford on Sunday. So, if Zuma plays, I hope we're not just rushing Zuma back for the sake of rushing him back. Do you know what I'm saying? Aguerd, for me, tonight, I do like this kid. I've backed this kid up all season. I've seen people criticising and saying West Ham should sell Nayef Aguerd. And I have to laugh at it. I'm thinking, bruv, you don't understand, mate. He's a top class player, very, very good player. And I think he will put in a top class performance tonight. This season has been hit and miss for him, but let's be real. Like, he started the season off injured, then he got sort of roped in when we was having different defenders, a mixed up defence all season, different systems. He hasn't really sort of settled into it. But over the last, say, 2 months, ever since the Newcastle game, we done that unbelievable sort of save for the goal against Newcastle away, then I think he's going to be top draw for West Ham. I really do. Yeah, I've got every faith in Nayef Aguerd tonight. Then obviously in the midfield, Declan Rice speaks for himself. Declan turns up tonight, we win. Simple as that. If he turns up, then we're on it tonight. Yeah, so I ain't even going to say no more words about Dec, because we all know how good he is. We all know that he's a sort of player that he wants to win stuff. He will be on it tonight. So I've got every faith in Dec. Thomas Souček tonight is, for me, is the one where you look at it and think, do you need him tonight or not? Do you know what I'm saying? Aerially, we are going to need him tonight. I think at set pieces, I look at them and I think they're very, very weak at set pieces, AZ, from what I've been reading and a few videos I've watched. They look weak at set pieces, so big time. So Thomas Souček tonight, he always seems to turn up in big games. I will say that. In big, massive games, he always seems to turn up. Don't get me wrong, I agree with what Steve says there. He is the weak link, but if he turns up tonight and he's decent tonight, that will be good enough. That really will. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Lucas Paqueta tonight. I think he's been getting better and better, Lucas Paqueta, for a long time. Yeah. Over the last sort of 2 months, I've noticed that he's starting to influence games more, which is brilliant for us. Yeah, that's what we need. We need players who influence the game. I was a bit worried at the start of the season because when he came in, I was like, I don't see this man influencing the game enough for me. And sometimes he doesn't release the ball fast enough. But over recent time, I'll be real, I think he's starting to become a really, really top class player, potential world class ability. Really, I really do mean that. Against Manchester United, I thought he was excellent. I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch, and the calmness and his ability to shift his body weight from left to right is just he is just top class. He turns up tonight, we're good. We're good. Syed Ben Rama, for me, also has to turn up tonight. I will say that. As people know, I back Syed up all the time. I love a little debates and things about Syed Ben Rama. I want him to run at people tonight. That's the first thing I will say. Like, when he gets the ball, run at them. Yeah. And stop keep checking in on your left or right. One thing Moyes got right on Sunday, against Manchester United, was that he kept moving Syed into a number 10 role, which was good. Yeah, and he kept having Syed literally central, running at their defence. That's what I want to see from him tonight. For me, against Manchester United, he had a decent performance, but I think he can do a bit better than decent tonight. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, run at them, cross balls in, make things happen, Syed. That's what it's about. Do you know what I'm saying? Jared Bowen, yeah, obviously he was in the media this week talking about obviously Danny Dyer. He's been getting a lot of not stick, but gets a lot of opinion from his father-in-law. Now, for me, Jared tonight, I want him to attack tonight, yeah, and obviously defensively, you don't ever have to worry about him. Him and Tilo together on that right-hand side, I believe, are very, very good. I think they're a very, very good pairing, if I'm being honest. Every time they've played, they've always seemed to play pretty well. But tonight, I actually fancy Jared to score tonight. I really do. Yeah, he does love a goal like in these sort of competitions. He hasn't scored for a while, right? And I think he's due a goal tonight. Yeah, so he would be a man that I would say if you're going to have a bet tonight, get on him to score. Like if not any time, I think it's on the cards tonight. Big game for him. Also, do you know what I mean? If he turns up as a front line, we get it done. Finally, Mikel Antonio. Such a strange season Mikel Antonio's had. Start of the season, I thought he was okay. Then he went completely missing. Yeah, he really did. And then recent times, over the last sort of few weeks, ever since the Arsenal game, I've started to see him just like a man reborn. Like against Arsenal, I thought he was absolutely excellent. Bournemouth, he scored an header. Against Manchester United, he run Luke Shaw and Lindelof all over the gaff, all over the place on Sunday. And, you know, if he turns up tonight and puts his body everywhere, what he's got to do tonight is hold the ball up. He really has. He's got to hold the ball up and make sure he gets Ben Rama and Bowen and Paqueta in the game. He needs the ball to stick to feet, basically. And if he does that, then we're good. We are good. I'm just seeing the odds in the chat. Right, obviously, usual suspect says about 10-1 West Ham. I think that price is absolutely diabolical, if I'm honest. Right, and they know, like the bookmakers, 10-1's tight. If I was to go and back West Ham at 10-1 against, say, Brentford, you get much mega odds. 10-1's poor there, if I'm being honest. But this bet isn't poor. 7-1 for Jared Bowen, first goal scorer. I really do believe he scores first tonight. Yeah. So I'm going to sort of round this up in a minute. I'm going to say 3-0 West Ham. Jared Bowen to score any time. Yeah. If you want to be brave and you believe that Bowen to score first, get on Bowen to score first. I'm going to say Bowen, Antonio, and Paqueta score tonight. I really do. I'm so confident in the win tonight. It's unreal. So, yeah, hopefully I'm not sitting here later on fucking devastated. So, yeah, we move. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there, people. This was just a quick video. The link was in the chat. No one decided to come on. So, hopefully later on people might want to come on after the game. Like tonight's schedule. I've got so much going on tonight. Watch along. Lucas is doing a watch along tonight at 7:45. Lucas will be going through the agony and ecstasy on here. So check him out at 7:45 tonight. Straight after the game, after full, I'll be back. I'm going out. I'm going to be straight back and straight on it at 10:05 to do the after full. Anyone about, link will be in the chat. Come on, have your say, etc. And then 11 o'clock, me, Charlie, Walsh, and Lucas will do the player ratings. Hopefully tonight the lads turn up. I do believe that they will turn up tonight. I really do. I believe that. I've got such a strong opinion. I am not worried in the slightest. Really am not. And I just think they're going to turn up and they're going to blow this team away. And they know what it means to all the fans. And the fans are going to play a major part tonight. Because if it goes not right, let's not get on their backs. When West Ham turn up, that place is like 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th man. So, is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Boys, don't let us down tonight. I've got every faith in you, though, mate. I really do. I strongly believe they're going to turn it on tonight and hopefully send us to Prague. But we will find out later on. Anyway, wherever you are, enjoy yourselves tonight. And West Ham, come on, boys. This is the moment. Let's make it count. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.